So hey guys, I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be my paycheck budget for the month of August, and this is going to be my paycheck one. If you're not familiar with the way that I go ahead and budget, what I like to do is have a monthly budget that I go ahead and do for the month, and then after that I like to actually budget paycheck to paycheck, just because it's easier for me and it's helpful to me to see what I'm actually spending and what I'm actually using, so that it helps me budget better in the future when it comes to my expenses. So this is a Aaron Deluxe monthly. Now this is the one from 2018 to 2019. I did not go ahead and cross over into the new one just because my planner ends in December, and that's when I will be purchasing a new one. I see no need to rush into the new planner because it's exactly like the life planner that came out. So yeah, no really big changes as far as adding those extra sheets that they have in here. So this is what my budget looks like for August. This kit right here is from Caffeinated Cat, and this is the paycheck budget. Let me go ahead and get my rules out now, just depending on what it is that I want to use. As you can see, it just matches with the washi and the floral pattern that I use this year. So usually how I do is I start off that I have space for the first two paychecks, and then I have to use like my note section in the back, which is fine. It's not really a big deal for me. And I'm just gonna go ahead and lay down my washi, which I'm surprised that it didn't give me like a issue, because usually when I get on camera I have an issue putting down the washi. I feel like that script sticker is a little bit crooked, but I'm not gonna make a big deal about it because it is what it is. And guys, I can't believe that we're already like in August. This year is going by pretty fast. For some reason it was looking like crooked to me. And this pen that I'm going to be using, this is an Erin Designer gel pen. This is just in the black. So I'm going to go ahead and put down my my income categories, which is just by the time I get this paycheck, supposed to be rolled all the way over into my salary position, but I'll just put and then the rollover from the previous check. I feel like this is crooked, but I'm not gonna sit there and kill myself. So this is what we'll do, and hopefully my lines match up because these kit comes with the lines. I'll go ahead and make mine, which they don't match over, so I'm just gonna put this up and then stick this here. I don't know why you're moving, and if you can see my bun, I'm sorry. I feel like that is going to be lined up perfectly now. I feel like my pen bled a little bit right there, but it's fine. And I don't understand how I have the guide and I still can't get it together, but it is what it is. All right, so this is gonna be salary from my job, and rollover is just gonna be from previous paycheck. And this is something that I started doing just besides putting like the, what is it, the variable, because I don't really have any variable income coming in, except that I did want to tell you guys that I sold my first item on Poshmark. I will be having another video coming just with the items that I'm gonna have up in my shop again, and I'll go ahead and link my shop in the bottom bar just so you guys could check it out if you want something. And I have to remind myself that I need to go ahead and ship that out and get to the post office. So what I am expecting for this first paycheck is just the same, which is $800. I don't really know how it's gonna be because I switched over from like out of my training, but for the most part I'm just gonna still budget the same way, as well as I believe my rollover for this month, if everything goes the way I had planned, is gonna be $185. So in total I'm gonna have $985 this paycheck to work with. So after that, let me see, because I feel like I have some these are just my little things that I have in the back of my thing. I thought I had some leftover washi, but I guess I didn't like washi strips. I guess I didn't. Let me just check. Yeah, I don't. I thought I did have like a separator, but it's cool. So now we'll just go ahead and get into our expenses for this month. And I'm going ahead and skip a line. I'm gonna skip one line because that makes it look like I skipped two. Right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and write down my expenses for this paycheck. And how I decided to split up like my sinking funds and my my envelopes is that for moving forward, what I'm gonna do is actually take in one paycheck and stuff all my envelopes, and then take another paycheck and stuff all my sinking funds, just so I can get it out the way. I have been finding where I have been splitting it up between all my paychecks that it's not really working for me. Like, I can do it, but then I want to have better track of what I'm spending and not just splitting it down. Because since when she goes to the bank, for some reason she always doesn't have the right amount. So we're just not gonna make a deal about it. So the expenses that I have for this paycheck will be my credit one bill. It's gonna be Marcus with it, which is my savings investment account that I have. Is gonna be rent. So when you see rent here, like I explained in my last I don't know if it was the last one, maybe the last one before that, but whatever. What I explained in my previous videos is that my rent, instead of me like trying to take two paychecks and then just pay the whole thing out where I'm taking whole paychecks, I'm gonna split the rent into the four. Take a little bit of amount, so that way when the end of the month comes, I have the rent and I still have like some money left over. I'm not really struggling. And then we're gonna do my cash, and I'm just gonna do that because for some reason I feel like I could never. Oh wait, we forgot something. And I'm gonna write budgeted, just so I don't know, just so I don't have no, and I'm gonna skip a line just so sis. And I just put cash envelopes there because that's just like the first amount. I was trying to still figure out if I was gonna go ahead and still do like weekly check-ins. I still kind of have like one that I didn't even use for it's not the color, same color as the kit because it's not even from the same shop. But I do think that I'm gonna go ahead and use that just so I can keep track of my envelopes like that. Keep track of what I spent, even though technically I don't really need to do that, only because I do track them in the calendar view, but I just would like to have it. So Capital One is due, it's gonna be 8/10. Marcus would be that Marcus, what is this? This is the paycheck that we're looking at. So it'll be 8/12. Rent is not really a date. Cash envelopes is not really a date, and then that's not really a date too. So these are the only two things that won't have dates. So the expected amount on that to pay will be $30. This is gonna be 10. I'm gonna take 363 out of here, and then my cash envelopes will be $540. Now bear with me, this is for the entire month. This is the total for the entire month. So let's just go ahead and add up my expenses. Have 363 plus 30 plus 10 plus 540 gives me $943 left over. And then if everything goes the way that it's supposed to be, roll over between that and that will be $42 that I have left in this check. We won't try to do anything extra with that. That is just a $42 just to hold over in case something goes on. But this is how my paycheck is looking for this is how my first paycheck budget is looking. I don't have like anything extra that I have to do as far as this paycheck. This would be just like me coming into my bills and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. We're still in the green, so I'm not really gonna worry about it. I only really tend to worry if I do a budget and it's gonna look like I'm not gonna be able to cover my expenses in that paycheck. But I have been doing pretty good with that since I've started this new job, so I'm not exactly worried about that. But go ahead and stay tuned for the recap and to see how I did. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, again, don't hesitate to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications of my next upload, and I will see you on the next one. Yeah, yeah.